Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. This is a general reading for Libras for August 2017. I've already shuffled the cards and laid them down and read them, and now I'm going to tell you what I read. This is for sort of the general energy, and then I'll do another spread and come back with some advice after that. So sort of for the energy of August, first of all, I keep trying to move into the sun, and the sun will not stay with me. I'm getting shade, and I feel like it's somewhat relevant to this spread, I guess. Obviously, the sun moves, but whatever. There's a very cool energy here, and it's sort of an ending energy almost, and a feeling of kind of things that may be faded, right? Not faded, but like fated to be, like fate, right? Sort of everything kind of coming together to lead up to this moving on that I'm seeing, actually, and specifically moving on from something that was stable that no longer feels stable, right? Within your sort of environment or your community, even something that you were kind of attached to also, I'm getting, that's cooled down a lot, and it's no longer providing you with that feeling of comfort and stability, right? It's something much cooler now, and not cooler as in more awesome, but cooler as in like you've cooled off to it, and you're sort of still looking for it, or possibly someone could be looking for it from you also. You may be kind of, I don't know why I'm getting that all of a sudden, but kind of slacking on the stability that you're maybe supposed to be exhibiting is sort of dissipating almost. What was really present is kind of not really there anymore, or is on its way out, is kind of dying away. There's a very cold energy here, and there are some warm colors, but it's still very, I don't know, very cool to me. Yeah, it's an ending of some kind, I guess, in August for Libras, or Libras that this resonates with, I guess. If you kind of have something in your life that feels like it may be waning a bit, this might kind of be the month for it, right? A month where somebody makes a decision, kind of comes to this realization, that either your environment, your social sphere, isn't kind of providing you with this support, right? Or that perhaps you're not providing support also to that social sphere, and maybe it's kind of a back and forth thing. Maybe that's why I'm getting both of those so strongly, is it's kind of this back and forth thing where there's just kind of things are sort of unraveling. They're just, like I said, sort of dissipating. They're just kind of like ceasing to exist almost, and not in a really like super dramatic way, but like I said, they're just kind of ending. It's just kind of maybe played its course, right? No longer serving you, or you're no longer serving each other, and I guess that could pertain to another person as well, but I'm getting sense that it's more of a situation that has to do with a general kind of sense, not necessarily of one single person, but I guess, like I said, it could be that. So yeah. I'll pick these up, lay some more cards, and come back with some advice on how to kind of navigate this situation. All right, well, your general energy spread was not too sunny, but this advice spread does not disappoint either. So let me tell you about it. Why don't I? First of all, I've never really done a spread like this. Well, I'm sure I've done some similar ones, but I was just called to do this very cyclical pattern And there's overall, there is this energy of things coming full circle of completion, right? It's not a super negative thing necessarily. It's more like something that's just run its course, right? Protected from the wind. And then as well, these two middle cards here, they were my first and my last cards that I drew, the Faith card here and then the 6, which have a very, very similar energy. This is actually a 6 card as well. And they're sort of the beginning and the end, right? They're the meeting place of this kind of circle, and it's a very much like it says, it's a faith energy, right? It's having faith. It's feeling protected by just the universe and by this idea of cycles and this idea of things sort of playing out, not necessarily lasting forever. And then take a breath. And then another thing that I'm seeing is this concept of opposites, right? I'm getting some opposites in the color scheme, and then also we have this idea of like despair, and on the other hand of creativity, right, and insight. Building and being forward and purposeful, and on the other hand, this idea of mutability and of sort of flexibility, right? Stability, flexibility, a very sort of extroverted attitude versus a very introverted attitude, a very kind of comfortable versus seeking, right? Seeking and interacting. So it's very much like a spread of opposites, but also of I want to say like perfection or of completion, of things being as they should, almost in a way, and this opening up of new things, and opening up of this self in some ways too, and an understanding of opposites, not opposites, but complementary things as well. Things that may seem a little bit negative but are actually positive, slash let's see, taking things sort of that you do not want to cultivate, and figuring out what it is that instead you do want to cultivate, right? And how do those things differ, and what sort of can you change in your environment and in your life and in your behavior to move in the direction you want to move, right? Here comes the sun. It's very much a vibe of looking at things sort of and from an objective standpoint, and as if they are as they should be, right? As if they are serving their purpose, and things ending is kind of just, it's what happens and it's a part of it, right? I'm not quite getting the energy yet of things opening up, and I think that's why I'm getting this spread for you. It's very much kind of a time where you're going to have to really kind of remember almost that, like, things, when one door closes, another opens, that kind of thing. This is sort of the space between that, right? And to kind of have faith and have a sense of awareness for that, a sense of awareness for the just the energy of ending, right? The energy of this sort of death energy or whatever, how that plays into everything else. And then of course having the foresight to see sort of what else can come your way once that's sort of made its pass through your life, right? Hopefully that makes sense. It's just such a pretty spread, like color-wise. I want to keep looking at it, right? I'm seeing a lot of like complementary things and completions, and this sense of holding tight, right? And trying to feel protected again, like I said, by the universe, and rolling with the punches and going with the flow, and within that being active, but not, you know, concerned really, I guess, hopefully. Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Yeah, all right, bye.